Ian Wilkinson, welcome to this interview.
Welcome, thank you.
Ian, where were you born and grew up?
I was born in Drongo and I grew up on the banks of the Telarah River at Montborough with Mum and Dad and my youngest brother. There's only two of us in the family.
Oh, okay. And I believe that you were around the age of 9 years old when you started learning to play the guitar, and what was the first song you played on guitar?
Yeah, well, I started off, we left Montbury and my father took up share farming for Raymond Fitzgerald on a farm, and we used to listen to the radio, and of course Slim Dusty inspired me, and I drove my father mad to buy a guitar, and he eventually gave in and he took me into Dungog, and there was no music shops, so we had to travel to Maitland where we bought a guitar for £9 I think it was, and he took me home and he said, "You better learn to play it." And I had no books or nothing, but I found a chap in Dungog that was a guitarist. He worked as a teller at the Commonwealth Bank by the name of Eddie Condren was his name, and he used to come out home and stay over a weekend and teach me guitar, and he loved the farm life and all the food. Mum's home cooking.
And you did state a little while ago there you were inspired by Slim Dusty.
Yes, I used to listen to his songs and ballads, and it sort of all grew from there.
And Ian, when did you start writing your own songs, and what was the first song you ever written?
The first song I wrote was good old simple music in a simple kind of way, and I'm not sure how old I was, but I would have probably been about 16 or 17 when I started writing my own songs. I used to go to school and I used to win all the poetry writing competitions and the compositions writing competitions, and then I thought, no, I might be able to write a song, so that's where it all started from.
Oh, okay. And how many songs have you written, and where do you get your inspirations to write a song?
Well, the songs that I've written in total, I couldn't tell you. You'll have to have a look at that. I've never counted them, to be honest with you. I just get the inspirations from things that happen around me, things that have happened in my lifetime and other people's lifetimes, which sort of gives me the inspiration to write a song.
And in those earlier days, Ian, did you ever enter talent quests?
Yeah, I did when I was young, growing up on the farm, when I first was able to sing, and they used to have talent quests at the RSL club at Dungog, and I went into talent quest and I actually took out third place, but there wasn't much room in small country towns for people to get recognised and get out and do anything, not like it is today, where you've got virtually country music clubs in nearly every city.
No, well, that's right. And now, you did take a break from music for a while there to raise a family. Can you explain about that a little bit, and when did you actually come back to the fold?
Yeah, well, what happened was I ended up landing myself a job at the Clarence-Town Hotel, singing Saturday night and Sunday nights, 4 hours Saturday night, 4 hours Sunday night. And I had just started a family, and I'd done that for 6 months straight, and it took me away from my family. I made quite a lot of money and put a lot of food on the table, but it wasn't much of a family life, and I sort of drifted away from the music. I ended up giving it away, and I was away from it for just over 40 years. I was shopping up at the Rutherford Shopping Centre one day, and I met a gentleman by the name of Telarah, and he reckoned that I should get back into the music, and he invited me down to the Maitland Country Music Club at the Polish Hall in Maitland, and the first time he invited me I didn't turn up. I thought, oh, I don't really want to get back into this, and my wife and I, we went away shopping one day, and we came home, and this message was on my answering machine telling me that I've got to be there at Thursday night, 7 o'clock. You'll be standing near the no standing sign waiting for me. I thought, oh, I better get myself down there. So I went down and got up on stage, rusty as a nail, and this is where it's all led to. But unfortunately for Ted Toll, he did pass away, and he gave me the honour of singing at his funeral service, Leave Him in the Long Yard for Ted. That was my compliment to him as a person and a human being.
Now, you just mentioned the Country Music Club, the Polish Hall in Maitland here. How often do you attend that particular country music club?
Usually every Thursday night I attend the club at Maitland, and just while we're on country music, I'd like to thank a few people that's gave me help along the way, and I'd like to thank people like what have we got here? Mark Tyndall. He was the first person that found me and said that you got some potential there, we need to build on it. And then of course Slim Newton, Ken Smith, Greg Bain, Ross Isles, Daphne Lapwood, Alan Caswell and Eric Rolfe have all put some input into where I am today.
And some of those names I know too.
Yes, yes, they've been a great help to me.
And Ian, can you tell us about your first album, My Country Life?
Yeah, well, Mark Tyndall from Triple T Studios said you should make an album, and he said we'll put some songs together and we'll make one. So started off in the recording studio, a whole new experience for me, but we got there and it's been quite successful, still selling the odd album, so it must be all good.
And since your return to music, you have won several awards. What were they for?
For singing and songwriting. I won the awards, and great achievement to me. After I never came back into music until 2011, and that's what I've achieved in the short time since I come back after over 40 years away from it.
And Ian, now I believe that you were commissioned to write a song about a church. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I was commissioned to write a song about a church. A lovely lady by the name of Myra Anderson arrived around at my place, and she said, "You're a proficient songwriter." She said, "Do you reckon you could write a song about St Mary's Church up on the Allen River?" And I said, "I've never been there." She said, "Oh, I've got some photos and some history on it." She said, "See what you can do." So I wrote the song. She also sings the song, and we put it out as a single, and it's been very successful around the local area. with the song and the compliments I get, I feel quite proud of my achievement.
And to date, Ian, what would be the best song you've ever written?
The best song I've ever written is probably the one that I'm going to sing at the end of this interview. It's called I've Been Done and Dusted.
And in total, Ian, how many albums and singles have you released?
Well, we're in the process of doing another album at the moment, which we should get released maybe towards the end of this year. But I've done one album and one single and numerous video clips which have been shown by Indigenous community television in Alice Springs on their network. Very popular up there with my music.
Can you tell us your connection with the Aboriginal community?
Yeah, well, my mother and father, their parents, they were my grandmother, Dad's mother, she was Aboriginal, and Mum's mother, she had Aboriginal blood. So I've got it on both sides of the family. Some people acknowledge it and some don't. I do.
And the album that you released and the single, are they readily available?
Yes, I have them here and carry them with me in the car all the time. Because a few times people have said, "Oh, I bet you haven't got an album." Well, I said, "Yeah, I've even got a video of St Mary's in the on the Alice." I said, "It's all catered for in the car."
And lastly, is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I just like to thank all the people that have supported me over the short time that I've been playing around with music. I get a lot of satisfaction out of it, and I've been asked to do a couple of special guest spots and things like that, and I get a lot of pleasure and a lot of fun. Gives us something to do, keeps the mind active, and I think that's what you have to do when you get a little bit of age on your side. Yes, so I'm going to sing a song I wrote. It's called I've Been Done and Dusted. It goes like this. The past is all behind me, the future looks undone. I've been done and dusted, what could have been is gone. Where have you been, old man? This is what I say. I haven't been around a while, I live from day to day. I often seek a handout, living on the streets. The only way to make it when ends just won't meet. I am often criticized, people pass on by. I never planned to be here, the time I can't deny. Don't have to be a drinker, don't have to smoke, no need to be wealthy, just a real unlucky bloke. Situations are confronting in an unconvincing way. Circumstances can be changed, I've heard people say. To to turn your life around. It's no easy task. Your mind is so confused, and you're afraid to ask. Sitting here alone, oh mate, sunshine beaming down, makes me often wonder I will leave this town. Thank God for handouts, the kindness of some, waking up each morning, a new day has begun. I don't have everything, not worse off as some. I've been done and dusted, what could have been has gone.
Ian Wilkinson, thank you very much for this for that song and also for the interview.
Thank you.